Alright, we're recording. Sticks and Twigs Homestead.
Pee on my leaf pile, bro. Pee on my leaf pile. He loves biting.
Springboks development. Starting with cleaning up all that firewood readily available up from the springboks. Cut them up and brought them down last night. Now we're going to bring them up in the yard and cut them up for firewood. So everything ahead of the springboks will be cleared. The sun's right behind you. This is I'm gonna steal a term. DP1. Daddy Prepper 1.
Oh, Preparation nature.
The pit bull killer here, Mr. Job. And this is our safety coordinator. Simon, what are you eating? Simon, look at the camera, boy. He's our safety coordinator. Just making sure everything's carried out in a professional, safe manner. Alright, time to get to work.
There's my wife trying to move logs away from the spring box, or soon to be spring box. She got her big one too.
Getting a little old for it. Joe, come help me carry this thing.
He is not moving. Putting him in the wood pile next to the house.
Alright. Got all that wood cleaned up. Show you what we got for spring coming out now. Might be hard to see. Down in here, all through here, little fingers coming out. It doesn't look like much, but time it gets down here, if you can see it flowing, can't. What we got now with it kind of plugged up like this and not really open is between 1 to 2 gallons a minute coming out of this pipe. Goes under the road here. And right now for watering the dogs and such, I pull that out and use that. And out of that I get 1 to 2 gallons a minute. Even in the summer. It's mid-March right now. So I'm hoping when we open it up, try to find all those little fingers coming through. There's Daddy and Job. that we'll maybe even get a little bit more water flow, but I'm happy with 1 to 2 gallons a minute. So we're going to start clearing back this bank some, digging down, trying to find the source of it. It's a clump of trees right here. So there's something good down there. So that's that. Ready to get to work?
Yes.
All right. Lunch is over. Perfect day. 60 degrees out. So we're gonna do it. Is it on?
Yeah.
You're recording?
Yep.
All right, so after some digging, we found like one of the main finger of it. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Can you see that flow? Look at that. Is the camera picking it up?
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah.
Look at that clean coming out right there. Look at that. Look at that. Awesome. Awesome. So we're gonna dig back over this way a little bit more because get it more toward the center of our catch basin. These over here, once we started uncovering this one, these started drying up. Like this one, that's just coming out a little bit of mud now. So right in through there is the main source. Safety coordinator Simon, back on the job. He said he learned his lesson about extended off-site lunches. Alright, we picked up a bunch of barrels off of Craigslist at about 1/5 the price of what you have to buy them new. We're going to try to utilize that as a dam slash catch basin. So we're going to see how that works out. Kind of catch it in the bottom and kind of protect the top a little bit too. We'll see. We'll see if it works. Alright. Alright, let's see what we've come up with. Alright, this serves as the catch basin. And this water was flowing from underground, and just no matter how deep we go, it just keeps coming up. So that's what we got. It's actually bubbling up from underground. I don't know if you can see. See how that's discolored? In a few places, I mean, with some force. So the plan is... Oh, there's water in the bucket.
Yeah.
So it's flowing in. So this is our little dam. And kind of has a sort of a protective top. So we're going to fill that all in with rock. And
it's going over pretty good.
Yeah, actually it is very good. Right there. And there's our tube with all the holes. It's gonna be a little while before all that. Ideally, it's not what we originally wanted, but That's what it's turning into, and all that clay will settle out. We're going to fill all that in with rock, so. And the dirt settles remarkably quick. Ugh. Got a mess here. So then the top pipe is going to be the overflow. And then we're going to put our spring box over here in this area. And doing the math, I think the pitcher pump we're going to put inside the cabin will pull enough. Because, anyway, we'll see. Alright, it's late in the day. What time do you think it is? About 7?
Yeah, probably.
We probably got at least maybe 2 gallons a minute coming out. Clear. We got that just about full of rock. We're backing it up. It's supposed to rain tomorrow. And the safety coordinator is having issues with the security guard. Tell him, Simon, tell him. Tell him. Oh, that's right. We got to get a little more rock in there and get this covered with plastic tonight. So don't get on my, hey, play nice. Play nice. No biting. Anyway. Coming out of that pipe right down there. See how clear it is? Probably about 2 gallons a minute. I like it. It's a little more than what I was getting this morning. I think we're worn out. Everybody's worn out. Alright, so a little more rock, put some plastic on it, get it covered before it rains tomorrow. So that's it for tonight.
Day 2, spring catchment. The sun's about to come over the mountains, and that's what we got to deal with today. See if I can zoom in on it. There it is. Looks a little cleaner today. Skies are pink.
Okay. 6:30 in the evening on a rainy Sunday.
Is it 6:30?
I think so. We're installing the base cabinet we found at a thrift shop, but there's no flash on this, so you can't really see it, so I had to take photos. And the pitcher pump's going to be on a little shelf mounted to the side. And this is my kitchen, but you can't see it because it's too dark in here because it's cloudy outside. Okay. Hey, you're on video. Monday, about 10:15. I put this in yesterday. I tried to record it yesterday, but it was too dark in here. I don't know if you can see it, but pitcher pump going down. And out there where those barrels are, we're going to try to pull from there where we put the catchment in. We still have to put the spring box in, but we're going to see if we can actually pull water that far with the pitcher pump. Alright. What's Daddy doing? Alright, what we got here is Mama come inside to get supper started. And there's my superintendent and a security guard laying down on the job. I'm just kidding. He worked hard today. Sweet man. Alright, Monday, March 17th. Pick it up where we left off. I guess I made a recording this morning of what we did in the cabin yesterday on Sunday when it was raining so much. And we tested it today, and the pitcher pump does pull all the way from here. We tested it, pulling water out of that bucket right there. So, I have measured how far that is. And then up in the cabin, so probably 10-foot rise, vertical. So we had another 10 feet of suction we could deal with, huh? And on the horizontal, that would give us what? About at least 500 feet horizontally. So it pulled it. We're happy, very, very happy. So now we're getting the hole ready to put the spring box in. And the temperature today, it never got over 35, and it's almost 5 o'clock now. We got that line buried today. Sean did. I did a little backfilling and cooking and rock placement. Alright. Still digging for the spring box. A lot of rock. And that is the spring box. What do you think, baby?
Yeah. We'll see how it fits.
Alright. It's about 6:30. Monday evening. It's about 33 degrees out here. 64 in the cabin because somebody's kept the fire going. And country ham stewing. Alright.
You like this?
The water's starting to come up, so you're below the water level down there. Probably about 8 more inches. He's been digging that out for a couple of hours, and with lots of rock in it.
Determined to make it fit.
Some of these big rocks right here were in there. So that's mostly rock. I'm kind of glad you got that tonight, because if we pipe it in tomorrow, I'm saying we pipe it in tomorrow when we're fresh so we don't make mistakes. Daggone it. I was supposed to clean that out before it got set vertical.
Nature will clean it.
Well, I can still clean it out, wipe it out with some bleach. It's just now I got to reach down in there. The bank behind you's falling in. You want to just call that good, or? Ideally, I wanted that where it kind of flares out at the top. I wanted that all the way down, but what do you think?
See how deep it is?
Huh?
I forgot how big the damn barrel is now.
It's 2 feet to that little lip. From the bottom to that lip. So we'd lose probably like maybe 8 inches of volume.
Well, we'd come in there?
If the water will flow there, you see where the pipe is down here?
Yeah.
Your call.
Yeah.
Yeah, what?
We'll call that good.
Okay. You just lean it on me. Let me see. This barrel's pretty clean. Sweet, honey, sweet. Another good day's work. There you go.
Thank you.
All right. And tomorrow we'll finish piping it in, and
You don't mind it kind of leaning?
nah.
I think it'd be good.
Yeah. We don't use that much water at one time. The irony is, to have all that. But there's people upstream that like to let their herds of cattle wade in it and drink from it. So, and then up the road here, I don't know, about 800 feet, and then around the corner, so probably like 1,000 feet total, we have a real spring box. And one day we're gonna pipe that over, maybe do a little ram pump to get it up the hill, gravity feed on down to the cabin. But this is so that we don't have to keep hauling water, because you can only get here by fording across the river, which is only about 6 months of the year when it's low enough to do so, right over there. And then there's a walking bridge up there a little ways, a swinging bridge that we walk all this material across and everything. Yesterday in the rain we carried that kitchen cabinet, base cabinet we found at that thrift store, walked that across the walking bridge and all, so that kind of wore me out. But not Big Daddy here. Alright, so tomorrow we'll try to cover the fittings and all that we used. They're the most expensive thing, those waterproof bulkhead fittings. 2 of those are the same price as a barrel that we pay for, like 20 bucks on Craigslist. Those fittings are what, about $11 a piece? $11 or $12 a piece. So anyway, we'll cover all that tomorrow and show the pitcher pump functioning. Alright, that's it for Monday the 17th. All by hand, no power tools, except a battery drill. That's it,
That was just a pre-drill to mount the pump?
Yep. And the drills in the
out
tubes. Yeah. Alright, so we'll talk to you tomorrow. Tuesday, March 18th. Have no idea what time it is. I don't think you can hear it. Blowing in. Working on the quick. How much water we got in there?
Maybe a couple inches.
Couple of inches in a few seconds. Those white fittings, those are those bulkhead fittings that are watertight, about 12 bucks a piece. Alright, Tuesday the 18th, 6:15. Having to use the smartphone, so I don't know how long it's going to last. We ran out.
Hold the camera the other way.
Why?
Because you're taking a vertical shot. It'll look goofy on a TV.
Okay, so hold it this way?
Yeah.
Alright. So, here's the water inside the spring box. Brief recap. We buried the catch basin in there behind those rocks. That's the overflow line coming out. The line there is coming in from the catch basin. This one is the one going to the cabin. And this is an overflow that we put a check valve on because we accidentally got a little trash back in our clean thing. You can't really see it on the camera, but it's all settled. Just maybe a tablespoon of sand. And then the one going to the cabin, we're gonna, since we're using a pitcher pump, we decided to go with this foot valve so that we don't have to pull the water up all that way every single time because it's like 80 pumps. It's 100 and almost 150 feet. 6 feet of it is a straight vertical drop under the cabin, and then another 6 feet of an incline over a period of 141 feet. So a total about 150 feet. And then, so for winter time, if we want so that's going to go in that fitting inside the spring box that goes to the cabin. And then we keep this closed. And then in the winter, we can open this so the water will drain back from the cabin so the lines won't bust. So that's what we got. All right. That's it, huh, baby?
That's it.
All right.
I think we should glue these. It's awful loose. Are you still filming?
Yeah. If we need to change this, then we lose all those fittings if you glue it right there. Maybe glue...
Yeah, but I'm worried about... Okay, it might leak back. It's not tight.
Alright, just glue this one, the one that's looser. That one seems okay.
Yeah.
Alright, that's it. Sign it off. Go ahead. Oh, first pump foot valve works. Here, grab this mason jar, baby. I just need to get some light in here, it'll be good. Go ahead and put some in the mason jar. Let's see. That's enough.
I just like pumping it. one more time.
Alright, hold this mason jar up to the light. Let's see if...
Let's go outside with it.
Okay. Beautiful, clean water. 4 days of hard work, and we have water in the cabin. And it tastes wonderful. Give it a sample, honey.
Tastes good.
All right. Okay, Wednesday. About 11:45, or no, 11:30, something like that. Now that most of the work is done, we're getting ready to go home.
Look, you got a dandelion growing already.
Oh, look at that. All right. So we still have some work to do with the embankment and that, but we got to get back to the dreaded city life. So we cut a barrel and set that over top of the spring box. And we got the overflow coming through this irrigation pipe here.
Tell them why we put the rock on top.
Oh, so it won't float. It won't float as long as water's in it, but if we use a lot in the house, we're afraid it might float. But hopefully eventually that will resolve itself. The water's still drying up out here. There's still a little spring, water flow coming in from other areas. Nice. I don't think it's going to pick up in there, honey. Maybe if I put it down in there. So there's our check valve. So the overflow can't come back in here. And then that valve, we're going to open it up. So hey, you want to open it up while I'm filming?
Sure.
And we'll see how much water flows back in from the house, from the cabin.
Whoa!
Don't fall in there. Woo! It wasn't much. Oh, there it goes.
It's going to overload or overflow.
Mm-hmm. Got a little dirt in the bottom. We figure what we'll do if we need to dump it is we can put a little extension on that check valve going down, and then we can pump the water out. You know, like with a foot pump or siphon it or something.
What I thought about doing is we can connect the incoming from the spring
straight to that?
to the overflow. It'd probably take a union and some like hose, rubber hose or something.
And then pump all the water out.
And then we'll pump all the water out. It's not ideal.
And
but
then we can clean it out if we have to down in the bottom.
It's not ideal, but it's what we got going on.
But that water is pretty daggone clean for no filtration system or anything. We drank some. We didn't send it to a lab yet, but we drank some and we're fine. It tastes great. It tastes like mineral water. And but we did bring a jar home. We're going to send that off and see what they come up with. And so that covers Sticks and Twigs, Homestead, homemade spring development, getting water to the cabin with a pitcher pump.
Amen, sister.
Amen. Hey, Job. Job, don't go down there. We're fixing to leave. Come on, let's go home. Where'd he go? Job. Come on, let's go home. Come on. That's a good boy. Come on, let's go. Whew. Come on. He's catching scent of something, honey. Better get him on the leash before he takes off after something.
I'm a hurry.
Come on here. Stay here. What's Daddy doing? Come check him out. Come on, boy. Back to city life. He says, no, I don't want to go back to the city.
Oh, who got you?
All right. Come on, Simon, let's go.
Who's A and who's B?
To the truck.
Simon looks excited.
He's excited for anything new.